Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to another vlog, and we are going to the Bella today. But I do want to answer a question that somebody actually sent me, one of the subscribers here on YouTube. So I figured we will drive, we will talk, and you guys already know I always bring you guys along on all my Bella appointments. Why? Because you've been here through the beginning, and I like to show you behind the scenes of what actually happens on a day-to-day basis. No Bella is ever the same, so let's go ahead and get ourselves together and head out. All right, so we're in the car and we're ready to go. So today's breakfast, we are doing a banana, and we also have a bagel with cream cheese. Just keeping it very simple, right? We're not doing anything too complicated this season, because my life needs to be less hectic. So I just grab and go. That's just how I was feeling today. And I am running late, just being honest, because of my husband. You know, when you it's so funny, guys, being married. It's like I'm about to walk out the door. He's like, oh, can you do me a favor? And that favor like extends out. But I love my man. I love my man. But so let's get into how's everybody feeling. First and foremost, comment, let me know. I always like to ask because I genuinely care. I genuinely care about how you're doing, how you're feeling, and what's going on in your life. And I want to know. So take one moment just to comment below and let me know what's going on in your life. So let's just go ahead and get into the question of the day. This person wants to know, do I still have days where I just cannot, right? And it looks like this person might be dealing with lupus just as well and want to know about the lupus flares, because as you guys know, I'm post-kidney transplant, right? What are we on, like year 5.5, I believe? And so where am I at? Where am I at? So do I have days where I just cannot? Yes. And a lot of the times you guys do not see this on social media and things of that nature because it's short form video that I've been posting a lot lately. So it's just me like working out, helping you guys build back up your confidence. But there are days where I just cannot. Now, they used to be 10 times worse, just being honest. Since I got the transplant, a lot has changed for me in the good. You know, having a transplant, everybody thinks that like everything is back to normal, like you don't have your ups and downs, and you know, unfortunately that is not it. But the nice part is that my kidney medication helps stabilize my lupus to a certain extent. So the flare-ups are not, you know, as bad and not as frequent. And that's the whole goal. The whole goal post-kidney transplant from my doctors is to keep the lupus quiet. Because if we could keep the lupus quiet, I could hold on to my kidney longer. So you know, when your lupus is in like a flare and everything's crazy and outrageous, you have a risk of losing your kidney. Obviously, like we got here, right? So yes, I have days where I just cannot. Like, I've always battled severe fatigue. Before, there were times where I just could not function. I couldn't do like household chores. I couldn't do anything. Like, I was ready to pass out at any point, at any time. Now, I still have days where I'm just like really, really exhausted and I'm tired. And I have learned to honor my body, and it's still a learning basis where I listen to what my body is telling me. If it's like, Crissy, girl, go have a seat, I'm gonna go have a seat. If it says you're tired, go take a nap, I'm gonna try to go take a nap, right? Sometimes my mind is constantly like going, and it's just hard to take a nap, but I'm gonna go lie down, and eventually I usually fall asleep. And I try to take days for self-care. That's something that I wasn't 100% doing back in the day when I, you know, first found out about lupus. I was still ripping and running and selling cars in the heat and just doing the most. But at that time, I didn't know what lupus was. I didn't know how the sun was affecting me. And you guys, I always tell you guys the story how my doctor was like, hey, can you sell cars at night? And I'm like, no, I can't sell cars at night. He was like, okay, this job is killing you. The sun is killing you, and it's just really a little bit too much. And so that's why I had to leave the state and, you know, move to a different state and just have just a different quality of life. So with that being said, I still deal with days where I just cannot. I'm just tired. It's a lot, right? You're trying to juggle life as a whole. And for me, I'm a mother. That takes a lot. right? I have 2 children, 2 boys. I'm a wife, and I still have other duties that I have to do and still take care of my health. So at the end of the day, my health is the most important thing. I tell my kids, I tell my husband, if I'm just tired and I'm just gonna tell you I'm not doing it, because you would rather have me here than not have me here. You would rather have me in good health than to be back in a dialysis chair. So let's just honor mommy's health right now and just understand. So that's what I tell my family, so they kind of understand what's going on. Now, as for the lupus flares, I don't often, so I get a lot of joint pains when I used to have my lupus flares. So joint pains was the biggest thing that I dealt with, and I still deal with it from time to time, but very, very minor. So when I go and see my rheumatologist, the first thing he's asking me is like, hey, do we need to put you on any kind of meds? Do we need to do, I'm like, that's not the first thing I want to run to, right? But no, it's not something that I can't control and I cannot manage. I think I'm managing it well. This is why I always tell people who deal with lupus and also who had a kidney transplant, it's very important that we take our medications on time just as well. And things do happen. They know that. So that's why they give you a schedule and they tell you within this time frame, make sure you take your meds. If you're outside of this scope, you're just going to have to wait till your next, time that you can take your medication, because the medication honestly does help with controlling the lupus. At least for me, it has. Now, I noticed that if we gain more weight, flow with me here, okay, guys? And I'm not judging anyone. We listen and we don't judge, right? And so the more weight you have, the harder it is on your joints. And so a couple months back, when I had the health scare with the heart situation, the chest pains, I ended up getting out of pocket. Just being honest, this is why I went on 75 hard. Best thing I ever did in my life. And because I started not feeling right, my body, it was achy, my joints. And then I noticed that once I got on a regimen for me to work out and I lost the weight, that pain started to go away. So that lets me know, I'm listening to my body, that working out does something for me. And I know a lot of people come into my comments and they're saying, well, it's probably not good to work out, or, there's always that one that has something negative to say about working out. You guys do not have to work out the way that I work out. You work out what's best for you. I don't care if you're walking, if you're running, if you're lifting. Do what's best for you and listen to your body. But don't tell me that working out is not beneficial, because it is. And I've seen it. And a lot of people are shocked on the amount of medication I take, because I take so little. And the reason why I take so little is because I manage everything else, right? I manage everything else with my wellness in regards to working out. I don't take high blood pressure medications. I don't take cholesterol medication. I don't take any of these other pills. I don't have diabetes. I don't have anything, because I'm managing. And I know that working out and what you eat has an effect on your wellness. And so I just come from a family where, people have high blood pressure, cholesterol issue, diabetes go around rampant, and I don't want that. And I know what it's like to be hooked up to machines, and I know what it's like to have to take a ton of medication, because before I got my kidney transplant, I was taking lots of meds and things of that nature. And so I just didn't want that for myself. So yes, I work out and I notice a difference in my body in regards to the flare. A lot of people get the lupus rash. Now, I don't get it as severe as most people, and that's always been that way. But there are times where I will get a little something that come up on these cheeks slightly, right? And then it lets me know, okay. And I'm noticing that it correlates, yes, the sun, but also stress level in your life. So that's a signal to me that you're doing a little too much and your stress is too high. And I understand that everybody's working conditions is different. and it will cause you to be stressed out. Stress happens all aspects, right? Financial stress, your children's stress, your job stress. The stress of dealing with a chronic illness is a stress in its own. And so I'm just learning to just be still, just honor my body, listen to myself, and just know that we're gonna have those days, right? It's just part of life. They haven't found a way to just get rid of this completely, so I'm just gonna have to manage it to the best of my ability. And I know everybody's severity of lupus and kidney failure and so forth is going to be different, because I make videos. I talk about my experience. My experience is going to be different than somebody else's experience. And I have a video, my dialysis video, side note, and I was talking about my experience on dialysis, and this person tried to come for me and telling me, well, that's not what I've experienced, that's a lie, this and that. How can you tell somebody that what they experience in dialysis is a lie? Like, when I tell y'all I was so ramped up, but I had to let it be, because how I feel is going to, and I always disclose that, right? Disclosure. What I'm experiencing, you may not experience. And it's okay. The whole purpose of this channel is for me to document my journey, hoping that it's going to help someone and now also inspire others coming behind me. Because there was a time where all my videos was, you know, the lupus, and then you see the phase of like dialysis transitioning into the kidney transplant phase, and then post kidney transplant for the couple of years. And now we are transitioning into confidence and building back and life after post kidney transplant, and self-care and taking care and honoring our bodies on this channel, because we are evolving. You can't expect the same me, you know, 5-6 years ago to be the same person that I am. Like, I wouldn't even watch me then either, right? I want to see some kind of evolving and things happening and changing in the positive way. And so I should be eating my breakfast, and I haven't been. So sorry as we eat and talk. But yes, I experienced those, but they're just not as bad, because I'm learning to control my underlying issues, and I'm learning to control my stress, and I'm just honoring myself in this season. And I hope that answers your question. I know it was a little drawn out because I'm driving and I have time to talk, but I love when you guys ask me questions, and I do think I should pick a question, so when we're going to dialysis, I can answer maybe one person's question. It'll be random who that will be. This person actually asked me this question, I promise you, over a month ago, and I keep telling myself every week I'm gonna make a designated video. And just life is just hectic sometimes, and it's hard. So with that being said, I am actually going to drive and eat, listen to a little podcast, because you guys know I love a good podcast, and I'm gonna pick up when we get into the center, and I'm gonna just show you guys, you know, my Belatacept infusion process, just like I always do. And if you guys have any questions on this process, comment below. All right, guys, let me go ahead and we'll head into the center shortly. All right. Okay.
I feel like it always takes the longest when it's like crazy. A good number.
I was like, is it a bad number? Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Alright, man, what can I get you?
A blanket,
okay.
The cran juice.
Yeah, okay.
And maybe do you have the salsa chips? If not, the popcorn is fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be right back.
Okay. They have the best goodies. So we're all connected. Here's my machine, my drip. A little sore today, but we're gonna manage. The needle hurts, kinda. This is my vibe. This is the Bella. I gotta do this once a month. And I just sit here for 30 minutes, and then the timer is going to go off. Girl made it home. Treatment was quick. It was easy. It wasn't not much to it. I didn't even have to wait too long today, which was really nice. So I got in, I got out, and I made it home. So I'm in my bed because I do feel tired today. There are some days where I just feel kind of out of it. I'm a little tired, and today's one of those days. On top of that, I woke up since 3 something this morning. So yeah, my body's telling me, girl, you need to have a seat. Remember, we learn to listen to our bodies. So I'm laying in my guest bedroom downstairs, relaxing, and that's what I'm going to do this evening. I had another appointment that I was able to schedule, so I'm all booked up for the next couple of months, which is really nice. So I don't have to worry or fight for a spot. I did have to go in very early for the last one that I just booked because that's all that they had. He was like, you're booked out for a while. I said, I want to be booked out as far as I can go because I'm tired of fighting for spots. It's very hard to get a time spot that I like. So he got me in, which was really nice, and we're all settled. But yeah, I'm just going to lay here with my husband. I didn't do any labs or anything like that this time. All is going well. Like I said in the beginning, if you guys have any questions, comment on the video, and maybe you might be the lucky one that might get their question answered on a video like this person did. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, here on YouTube. If it's your first time interacting, say hello. I do not bite. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.